Ooh, welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV. Hello, Squishy. Hello, Mosier. Hello, Cranky. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV, where we're gonna try to have a migraine stream. Quick reminder: captions are back. The Twitch overlays and alerts are back, but not the support ones. Those aren't done yet. Also, Squishy is in a bunch of clips now because I updated the clip queue. I've got my Mio, Ace of Hearts and Monkey Link Mega are dropped off at their homes or at their mom's house. Duffy Fluffy is downstairs, and I'm here. I think we should have more clips with Squishy in them, and I think the RNG that is running which clip gets played next is doing the right thing. That's what I think. That's what I think. Guys, I'm coming to you from a fiber to the home connection now. Hopefully this hasn't messed up the routing. Mosier says he's still in the best clips. That's not. I mean, you're in some good clips, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'm paying less than half than I was with Comcast, and I'm getting gigabit up and down. Not just gigabit, not just like 2 gig down and 400 meg up. I'm getting gigabit both ways, and so far I'm having a good time with it. Mosier says Breath of the Wild booms plus delay for comedic timing equals A+. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I have loaded up Final Fantasy XIV. We'll see how it does also with the fiber connection. The tests I have run have been incredibly positive. Monkey Link Mega said he was getting some slow times with his computer upstairs. I asked him if he tried rebooting it since it's a Windows machine, and he said, I shut it down every time I go back. I'm like, yeah, but that means you haven't rebooted yet since we switched to the fiber. He said, that's true. So, well, I guess we'll see if it's working for him or not when he gets back next weekend, and we'll go from there. Yeah. Where we left off in Final Fantasy XIV was the brother of our mentors, who are 4 or 5 brothers. There's a lot of Lalafell brothers going on with the Thaumaturge leveling, and the one that could not be a Thaumaturge was jealous, and he opened up a container that had a void sent spirit or something stuck inside, and is now possessed by it, and is trying to get us killed. And since we killed the last imps, he is sending us in to go chase down an imp that escaped, even though none of the imps escaped. So I believe that's where we left off. So, yeah. Let's play a video game. Chat. And we're going to have to move. Oh. I am so professional. There we go. Let's move. Zoom. And let's flip it. There we go. Properly equipped. Well, you can see that my gear is once again ugly as sin. Thanks to Keldanon, it is good gear that does the thing. Unfortunately, I'm still in the levels in which the good gear, or the properly leveled gear, looks awful. So, yeah. Let's get in line. Let's get in the queue. Treos, it's true. It's true, I am live. I'm not even napping. Thank you all for coming out to the Fiber stream. Let me know if there's any latency issues or Twitch being Twitch. Whatever happens. Alright. Yeah, Coco Boosie just gave us that. We have our Chocobo in a dragon costume back. As we should. Now, no. Close. Alright. If I remember, Squishy needs me to be up higher. So that the captions don't block. Kev, hello. Camera's different. That's true. You cannot handle that. Well, my migraine requires it, Kev. Sorry. I am moving. Yes, it's true. I am moving. Hi, Kev. Hi, Kev. So. Search for the cowardly void scent in the shaded outcropping to the southeast, and bring your trial to a satisfying conclusion. It's right there. It's right there. Thank you, Treos. Your 42U rack was just delivered. Your poop shit's heavy. Yes! A 42U rack would absolutely be why? What are you installing, sir? Why the bigger rack? If you don't mind me asking why you want a bigger rack. Oh, it's a your grain, Treos. I see what you did there. I read it correctly, and that was the problem. Don't you mean our grain, comrade? Treos says, oh, there's going to be a good pooping after all this fiber. Oh, no. Oh, no. Does that mean there will be an After Dark stream? Technically, it's already After Dark since the sun went down. Kev says, I have 12U in gaming machines alone. Wow. Izzy says, Kev, Skippy likes your large rack. I'm not opposed to it. It's time to go and get what? Oh, waffles! Well, hi, waffles. Hello, waffles. Thank you for coming on in. Hello. I think I didn't drink. I think I'm dehydrated is what the issue is, and I woke up with the migraine, and I looked at my meal tracker, and I did not drink very many liquids yesterday. Call Dan and hello. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you also for the gear. Too far away. I just got to get good and in the trap, huh? Is that what it is? It's a cutscene, so you know it's got to be a trap. Yep. That is not Coco Boosie. Well, it is Coco Boosie, but a Coco Boosie possessed by the void scent that escaped from Mormo's urn. It was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain Thaumaturges. Hee, and you, my dear mana-rich Skipford, were to be next. I have wanted to absorb your delicious power since the moment we met. A pity. This has been such an amusing charade. However, did you see through it? I am Kokobusi's brother. How could I not? It's time I destroyed you, Mormo, and put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. Hee, a coward like you? Destroy me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. Uh-oh. That doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem good. Tris says, I think that he's hitting on you. He might be. Izzy says, some Lalafell look like angry Cupid dolls. It's true, especially with their hair like that. Coco Bussy? No, Mosier. He says, is their head going to spin 180? Let's find out. Hee. Poor, spineless Thaumaturge. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobusi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane strength to stand beside his brothers as an equal. What a shame that he must now stand against you. Hee. It pains me to admit, but there is some truth to that creature's words. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I have betrayed my own teachings. Clip ignored. I'll get to it. It's a cutscene. Mosier, you needy. Return to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial, Skipford. I will remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. Alright, now we're going to look at the clip. I am so professional. It's true. It's true. MGAT, hello. How's it going, MGAT? Welcome on in. Let me know, guys, if the music's too loud or too soft or your face. Cutscene schmutzine, says Mosier. He waddled off angrily. He did. That's what they do, the Lalafell. Fantastic to see you. I'm looking very forward to sending the Comcast, getting the Comcast equipment back. You're sleeping. It's like sleepwalking, but sleepwatching stream. Oh, I need to go back to actual frickin' old is what I need to do. And let's do this. Yes. Oh God, so many people merged into each other. Oh no! There's been a murder. Or they're just very tired and need caffeine. I'm gonna go for the coffee. I think it's coffee. I think the issue is coffee. MGet, how's your nighttime going? There we go. Trejo says, I don't see any crows, so it's not a murder. Incorrect. Izzy says, it's just a dinner and a street show. That's fair. I gotta go report to one of the brothers. To Coco Coco Boha. Ah, Skipford, Kokobuki has advised me of your adventures. Seems the mage slayer slithered away, but your stint with the swordsman was nonetheless successful. Consider this chapter complete. Your time with our tome of teachings is at an end. Ahem. Well, to be absolutely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice. Kokobuki considers it extracurricular. Even I dare not delve into those diabolical depths. I do not yet deign to die, you understand. Speak with Kokobuki. Kokobuki has returned over here, still very upset. I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokobuki's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. Nope, not a Spice Girls song. No, Mosier. Don't do it, Mosier. Don't do it, Mosier. The most fundamental lessons of Thaumaturge demanded I slay the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike. Minimal risk and victory all but assured. How many more will suffer for my hesitation and my cowardice? But you saved my life. It will likely be some time, however, before Mormo resurfaces to kill again. Now that we have uncovered the deception, the Void Scent will seek a new hunting ground where Kokobuki's face is unknown. And though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Pray leave me to my musings, Skipford. I have to pick one. I can do the Altered Cotton Domatica, but that is lower than my current. Ash Mask is lower than my current. Oh, all these are lower, so I'm going to take the Allegan Bronze piece. I did say... No, Kokobuki. Yeah, Kokobuki is a character. Kev, I did. Not Kokobussy. Kokobuki. MGS is waiting for painkillers to work. I think I'm 6+ hours from you. Fair enough. Yeah, we're plus... GMT +4, I think? Or +5, depending on daylight savings time. Alright, so I'm not... I think I get one level up before I deal with this again. Because I'm 29. I think at 30, it's going to click in again. I didn't get any new cool shit here. Related to Gary Busey? I don't think so. Is Gary Busey a Lalafell? The only other quest I have is back at is to report back into the Seventh Dawn stuff and do more stories. So let's do that. Map. Western Thanalan. The quest is here, I think. Yeah. So nearest teleport point is here at Horizon. Yes. What kid from Starship Troopers? Oh my god! Okay, that was terrifying. I hope those meds kick in as quickly as possible, MGet. I really do. Mosier, what? Alright, I'm gonna just go and do the thing and ignore whatever it is that comes out of Mosier's mouth. Or keyboard, whatever. I think that's probably best for me. My painkillers I took this morning when I woke up with the migraine, and it certainly allowed me to be functional. Oh, Jake Busey? I don't know. Is he related to Gary Busey? Is he like a kid with son? Prawley? Oh, you're not even gonna look it up, I see. You're looking up all this other shit. He has that face. Got it. Jugish Spoogish. I don't know what the fuck that means. But he's in my tribe of, or she, in my tribe of Ara. And by that I mean dragon people. Kev says Gary Busey once threw a coconut at my friend. Kev, is this like the thing where you're telling people you're only like 15 years old again? Alright, thank you, Tataru. Don't ever stop being amazing. Treya says, did your friend deserve it? Squishy says, can you dye your cape so it's not yellow? Eventually, but I don't know that I want to put that effort in when I'm going to have to just get more freaking gear soon. Like, if gear goes up with levels, I'm not going to settle on the right gear, the gear I like, until I hit max level, right? Because otherwise I'm going to have to keep getting more and more gear. Squishy said, Kev says, funnily, I wasn't much older than 15. It was Zulu Parade in New Orleans. Huh. I don't know what any of that means. Scion of the Seventh Dawn. I'm sorry, I was distracted by... anyway, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. Well, I can meet him in the Lunar if he prefers. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Cool, what's this? Dawn Wrist Guards. Cool. I know that New Orleans is a city. My late arrival nearly cost Skip his life. I wasn't there when Amal-Jah took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yet by some miracle he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Skipford, it's so good to see you again. You too, Minfilia. Not Midriff, it's Minfilia. Thancred says, impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Midriffilia? Maybe. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. Mosher. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amal-Jah undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife both in Limsa Lominsa and Gritania of late. Kev says, how embarrassing, I'm wearing the same outfit. Kev, I think you might rock it better. Kev also says, shitty drunk kids in southern Louisiana, so probably. Nor is it... I did that one already. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of... In the parking lot, leaving Beauty and the Beast play at Fisher. Hi, Space Pickle. I hope you had a great time here in Detroit. Thank you for that sub. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I hope, like I said, I hope you all had a great time. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Yeah, don't text and drive. That's true, Space Pickle. Oh, Space Pickle says, I'm not driving. Likely story. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power that you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. Ophelia says, while I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return, despite you being late, Thancred. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Skipford. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell to Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. What? Does that mean hotties? Am I going to get hottie? Am I going to get cuties? Am I going to get adorable people of all shapes and sizes that want to smooch? Is that what she means? Is that what she means? Thacred says, whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think would be best you heard from one of us. Kev says, robot smoochers. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very essence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Skipford. That's grim. That's very grim. This game doesn't pull punches about ramifications, except for that one time when we went in the cave for the miner and killed all of the surviving slaves that had been walled off for 300 years in the cave. And we killed them because they were an inconvenience and were preventing the mining from happening. Except for that, this game doesn't really pull any punches for its repercussions. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. What was that? Was that a wave? Were you snapping your finger? Thancred, can you explain the custom? I don't... Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Soir would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. The only reason I read that name correctly is because I have watched streams of this game. Space Pickle says that was a huzzah wave for sure. I don't think he was huzzahing about having to go and murder people. Even if they were, like, gentled or what, I mean, whatever they called it. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Oh, god damn it. Atreus, he was cuffing you upside the head. See, that would make more sense. I often do things that would cause that to happen. Minfilia says, until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. Space Pickle says, cuffing. Hot. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Thancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid. No sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. Squishy eyebrows. We have guests, Skipford, or rather, you have guests. What? What does that mean? Beg pardons! The hell? Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. Oh my god. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Laminsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Skipford, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Their hats look like their pants. What is he? Like one pant leg at a time on their heads. Is he? Each organization would have a Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. These are not the kinds of officers that would succeed in courting a Skipford. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Skipford's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of this triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Tatar Eep! Oh, she's a gossip hound. Pants on their head. Izzy says they're pantsifiers. Treya says if the officers showed more midriff, then they could recruit Skipford. Probably not. Probably not. Squishy says they would fail at courting Skip because they lack boobies. I mean, I do like boobies. That's true. Servant officers, your reputation precedes you, Master Jehoshaphat. 'Tis no ordinary man who could face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. God, they do look like pants! God damn it, Izzy. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Jehoshaphat. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalj'aa and their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Od. You guys are all capitalists. I'm not exactly impressed. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. Oh. Oh. She's as tall as I am. Oh. the streamer I watch that plays this calls the Admiral Hottie. Yeah, heroes don't wear pants hats. That's... I don't know, with the gear that Caldanan gave me, I'm not certain that that's true, Izzy. I'm not certain that that's true. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminsa to the shores of glory. Admiral Boobsawin? Oh no. Oh no. Of course, this streamer plays a Lalafell. So, the fact that his Lalafell crushes on Admiral Hottie, it's glorious, and it's just so fun. Pants, hats, Chicago? No, Mosier, that's reaching. That's reaching. Kev says, I was just in Chicago. Lady Minfilia! Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help you clarify your thoughts on this matter. Were you wearing pants on your head? Kev, yeah, that's a good question for Kev. Mosier says, not reaching, it's a crossover. Kev says, I ate so much Italian beef. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. Phrasing. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Laminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can see that it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. In fact, I'm the one that gave the missives, the notifications that was happening. Well, as a part of the proceedings, I've given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Skipford hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. What if it's none of the above? Why am I... Yeah, what... Mosier, that sounds like a title of a bad book. Izzy says, what do you call a missive if it's not a miss? A misterive? Yeah, deep cut indeed. What if I don't want to join any of them? I'm on a different mission? What the hell? They're just gonna stand there? This could take months. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature liberty-loving breed, and not best suited for the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Skipford, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be but one man among many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. But I'm with you guys. Isn't that your purpose? Isn't that why I joined you? Kev says, lol, I have a hard copy of the Remembrance on my desk. Oh, Moser says they don't know that Remembrance service isn't a bonus. No pants on your head, Izzy. With great power comes great responsibility. Thanks, Izzy. Trejo says, with great power comes great... Oh, Trejo said the same damn thing. Izzy says, I found my copy again today. Oh, no. Great responsibility remembrance. Yeah, something like that. Oh, no. I itched my eye and I petted cats earlier. Doomed. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow... Oh, it's a cell phone. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Skipford, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. With great power comes great remembrance. Oh, it's a whole lot of cutscene to accept a quest. Also, I hate militaries. I don't want to be in the military. Is that an option? Yeah, I'll leave the solar and the lunar. Not a fan of this part. Don't like it. No swirry. No swirry. Wait. What is it? Fifth shift reporting. But faces reporting. Still can't go in there. Caldenis says, unfortunately, no. It's the only way you can unlock your chocobo mount? Fuck. Hello, Uriange. Hello, Ishtola. Hello, Ishtola. How's it going? You busy later? Okay. Thancred. You really are too hard on yourself, Thancred. You need to maybe lay off yourself. We're friends, right? So you should probably not treat my friend that way. Papa Limo. And holy shit, Ida! Put on some pants! Izzy says, guess you have to wear pants on your head to mount a chocobo. What the Izzy? Squishy says, shake fist to the military, right? Wait a minute, hold on. Never mind, I take it back, Ida. Don't wear pants. You're great the way you are, and I'm gonna enjoy looking at your thighs. So anyway. Don't tell Ida what to do. That's right. I went back and I rescinded what I said. I took it back. Jesus Christ, what did that mean? A big old message. Oh, it's an FC request? Which is a guild? What the hell? What the hell? Trejo says, Skippy wants to mount on a chocobo. Make sure you get its consent at least. No, it's not time to... Did somebody text me? No? Don't tag me, guys. Guys, how's the stability of the stream? You're not helping. God damn it, Izzy, that's not helping. Tatar says, I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Skipford. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the three services, and Elder Seetsier Khan Isena will deliver her address at Mikato's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rahoban Aldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merylwib Hadi will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Xanthal, and he will admit you. Got all that? No. Absolutely not. Kev says, I texted Skipford over the weekend. He even responded. It's true, I did. It's stable. That's great. That's great, Squishy. Thank you. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule will change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. I don't have preferred travel plans. What the shit? Alright, so we're going to teleport Aurorously. But before we do that, I'm going to go and refill my beverage. I'll be right back.
Skip, I hate you so fucking much right now.
I can't breathe! Oh god! I feel like Izzy. I have... Oh boy. Got it. Oh! World cracked! This ISS dispatcher aids gentle rocking, buffeted by Merido's rupturing crust and unraveling magnetosphere, subsides. Yes, as the Colossus completes its cataclysmic task. The sheer violence of a dying planet is difficult to comprehend, but the funeral beauty of Megarol's molten core cooling in gelid space is undeniable. Oh my god. Utterly destroyed. Chemical plants, where are you? Don't clip. That's literally what I'm trying to get to.
Well, then why don't you get to it?
Izzy, I will stab you in your fucking face.
Oh my god.
But also, dance the dance of 1,000 dances. Bloosh. When she sits on you, it's probably squeezing. Space pickle. Space pickle. Don't do this to me, man. Is there a way to set things on fire down here? The other guys are coming up to... Okay. Can I just... Oh, whoops. Laser eyes, not laser crotch. You've been watching... Welcome to skipfordj's Twitch channel, where we discuss modified colostomy bags. Wait, prisoners and Sable? Ow. Quit it. Ow, I keep... You know what I need to do is dodge.
Don't kick my rocks. I'm watching the stream. Don't kick my rocks.
What? Like these crystal ones?
I said stop!
Life, absolutely. He's like a 6'4", honking. What the heck? Really? Really? This is how we're gonna. Okay, well, I'm killing a child today. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh god! Oh god! There's more. Well, I might die here. I'm just happy nobody has popped out of the ground to try to kill me yet. What are those red things? Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus! No. No. No, Mosier, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Mosier. Also, where's the flora? Ah, hello. I will kill you now. Gotcha. No, why are the crabs back? We have to chase the crabs off. Yeah. Money, 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 money. I have returned. Ooh. I have returned with more Mio. It's berry dragon fruit. That's right, Kev. Thank you. So I guess we're going to Gridania. Map. That's Limsa Laminsa. And go zoom out. Thanalan. Gurabanya. Wasn't it Gridania though that I was going to? I mean, Lanasia, Western Thanalan, Central Thanalan, Northern Thanalan, Mordona. What the fuck? The Black Shroud. What in the... do I have to go back and do... No, I don't understand. You know what I can do? Yeah, that... Okay, that's in the Black Shroud. Okay, Gridania is in the Black Shroud. Yes, teleport there. Black Betty, Bamalam. Nice, Mosier. Our eldest loves the dragon fruit Mio. Nice. It's like, it's now, I got the one that had the calm. Well, hello, cat lady. Anyway, very high boots. Very high, very small skirt. You have a quest. Like, would grant you passage through the White Wolf Gate. Did I need... Wait, is that who I'm supposed to... Did I actually just stumble into the thing I'm supposed to do? Hero in the making, right? No, I'm not by that at all. This is a different quest. Okay. Taihan Moi would grant you passage through the White Wolf Gate. Okay. Skipford, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Ul'dah well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Franchi Montano, the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come, and I am sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Side quest, lovely. But now Now I must go to this one. We want this one. Where am I going again? They all go to... What? Why do all three... You know what? Whatever. It's fine. But not... It's been a while since I've been here. So I'm definitely lost. Ish. Minimap says this way. Oh, is this where the place... Did I just accidentally get here? Probably. Yes, I did.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Oh, spine.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood.
Also, she is the elder? How old is she? She looks like 20.
Fearful of the green rat,
Maybe.
they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest.
Okay.
Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals.
Thanks, Treos.
And were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago.
And then the Fountain of Youth was found the very next day.
Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization. And soon, they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of nature, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
I know those two.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?
All right.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea,
What's with his
we
eyes?
rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder.
Blink.
We might push back
Thank you.
the encroaching darkness.
The dose was not micro, right, Kev?
Prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost.
Kid is freaking, that's right.
As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity.
Ah.
The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of
Oh no,
righteousness,
thanks Mosier.
resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable.
Oh, the huge calamity. There are two imposters here. Yeah, they're right here. They're twins, brother and sister. Alisei and Alphino.
So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn.
Why do they all look like children?
Please join with me in honoring their memory.
LSD and Al Capone? Perhaps, is he?
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival.
I'll kill him.
If we are to
It's
stand
fine.
against them, we must remember what it is to be united.
Or I could just go in and kill him.
Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of
No, I don't know why, Mosier. I don't know why they all look like children. Mosier says, or Kev says, you think you just go in and kill him?
We are gathered here to honor the fallen.
Because Japan. I mean, maybe.
Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
God damn it.
To protect the forest.
All the elementals!
Think of the children. Yes, for Serenity and for Firefly, indeed.
If you'll permit me, Alfie, no.
He sounds snottier than he does in the newer stuff.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
Well, I do stand out a little bit, being a dragon man. It's true.
You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
You sound like a villain, Alphino. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with 2 beast tribes. More like Alpha Nerd. Thanks, Mosier. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal Rama. Oh, Alice looks sad. Gerudo? No. Alphino. The Gridanians have no love for war, but they consider open conflict a last resort. Although they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelfthwood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. I don't know where this voice is going. Darude Sandstorm, nice, Kev. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. When it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Yeah, what the hell? Do you just go around distributing swords from pawns? What's happening here? All right. Hup. Okay. Fine. Fine. Hup. All right. Now we need to go back to Ul'dah at the Royal Promenade. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Here we go! You guys might recognize this since we were just here earlier. Sorry, I was still stuck in Alphino's voice. Alright. Let's go. We need to go to the Royal Promenade. That's not it. Wait, where is it then? That's back to the steps of Naldald. You know what? Maybe it'll be in one of the little mini crystals. Actually, I can use the big crystal to go to the mini crystals, right? It's a me, Mario. Ethernet. There we go. Airship landing. Where's the promenade though? Where's the royal promenade? Like, oh, it's that one. It's the Hustings strip. What? Oh, right there. So I need to go to the Alchemists Guild? And it is this way. Wait, also there's another quest behind me? We'll come back to it, I'm sure. There's plenty of shit to earn. To needy quests. What? I can't go that way. Okay. I was going the correct way the first time. This is the Royal Promenade. Here we go.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Bosom.
Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold.
The walking neck. Treos.
Where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
They're here too?
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Who the fuck are you? You little shit.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, Is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Thaumaturge wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act.
Nice, Mosher.
Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Trickle-down economics? Really? Really? Trickle-down? Almost has Arnold's accent.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Oh, it's waiting on me.
Balbon? People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Thaumaturge, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Are they finally done talking? I don't know if you know, but this is Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO that is mostly cutscenes. I don't know if you knew this, Treos, but that's what this is. Political speeches are painful. That's fair, Treos. The Uldans have a long hit. Oh, I already did that. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit just thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. But he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Literally unplayable due to cutscenes. Thanks, Mosher. Meanwhile, the refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Almojar are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Eldons send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. And now they're gone again. Oh, just Alice goes this time. Okay. This is the story quest, Mojer. So what we're doing on stream is the story shit. There is this. So you want to be an alchemist. Oh, that's one of those. Okay, I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is go to the stateroom in Limsa Laminiminsa. Which I think is in Lanasia? Is that right? Yeah, Limsa Laminiminsa is in, yep, right here. Yes! Bye! Oh god, it's bright! Good lord. Alright, so... I'm going to the stateroom. So you want to be an arcanist. I gotta look at those. Duty calls, what's that one? And duty. Oh, it's here. So I'm starting to turn to my left. Oh, no I don't. Aw. Here to attend the Remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Proceed to the stateroom, yes. More cutscenes.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
The boots! Cute zooming noise you may thank you, Squishy.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Oh, I got it right.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
God damn it!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea,
Admiral Boobaswin.
the Maelstrom
That's right,
standard,
Caldenon.
our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together
You did not.
our would-be
You did not.
conquerors
No.
on the field of Cartano.
No lie detected, Caldenon.
That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom.
Corset time.
May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
Why do you sound like you think you're better than them, Alphino?
Much as the beast tribes have. A small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
What is wrong with you? Of course it is. Nice, Izzy.
5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel,
different
I
calamity.
see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Should be named Dennis Leary? No.
Those fishbuck
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull.
Except you should probably find out why and maybe help each other.
And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire.
That might be true, Mosier. Mosier says they're just throwing in a bunch of vocab that tickles the Legend of Zelda parts of our brains and makes us happy. Trejo says, are these people all complaining about each other? No, the beast tribes are other races of creatures that are more tribal in nature than these races, and mostly have had, as far as I understand, their places, habitats, and space invaded or expanded into. So, like, it's actually far more complex than they're talking about here, because of course it is. The grim tide of the Garlean Empire.
Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck?
Mosier says, I think it's a Ready Player One effect. My reaction to that was go fuck yourself, but some folks loved it. Ah. I mean, Nintendo and Square Enix, you know, that's the same neighborhood. Mosier, that's the same neighborhood. And
there is but one course left to us.
How many, like, all the Final Fantasy games came out on Nintendo, right? Originally. Mosier says, I think it's a... Oh, I already read that.
One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest.
Mosier says, and after enough Zelda references, I'd probably go play that instead. You would, but I don't want to buy another Nintendo console. And they stopped making games for mine, Mosier. Hey, Zalister, welcome on in. Good to see ya.
Mark ye well. A crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men.
Okay.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom.
I did not, Squishy. I played the first. So I have a Wii U, which is the last Nintendo console I will probably ever buy, and I played the first one, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Why, Mosher? Why again? Because you told me why you're refusing to finish Tales of the Kingdom, but what was it?
And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
No, my kids, I think every single one of my kids has a Switch, but I do not own a Switch.
Long live the Admiral! Admiral,
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral.
Where's me Katniss? That's a different...
Fancy meeting you again.
Not really. It's a big old spoiler for what? Tears of the Kingdom is a big old spoiler for what? No, I don't want to borrow. I don't enjoy that tiny little bullshit that is the Switch. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Laminsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take primal Titan for their god. So I think another thing about the beast tribes is that they all seem to worship primals as deities, whereas the deities of Eorzea, of the humans and the elves and whatever, dragon people and the giants and everybody else, are the 12, which are somehow different than primals. Squishy says, if you dock it and use a controller, it's not a tiny thing. Right. Then I have to invest in a controller, and I don't even know if the dock comes with it anymore. Oh, your reason for not playing it is spoilery. Gotcha. Okay. But I'm not interested. I don't want to, like, and Nintendo's just gotten worse and worse over the years with their practices. They're on the level of Blizzard to me at this point. It's not something I want to put money towards. So I could, Squishy, you're absolutely right that I could. That physically and logistically I could play Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't want to. They could have. I'm pretty sure backwards compatibility is also extremely important to me. Like, you could play every single Wii title on the Wii U. Everyone. It had a full hardware emulator built in. Kev says, what if there was another option? Yeah, see, there is that other option. I could do that, but I have so many other games to play, and they're just as good, that there's no need. And I have a Steam Deck that I barely use because I'm not on planes anymore. And even when I was on the plane, because number one, I'm fat, and number two, the Steam Deck is large, I couldn't really like play it on the airplane seat. But so I barely use my Steam Deck as it is, and that's the one I want to use. As if the Beast Tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in Laminsen's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. While they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. So, Alphino isn't helping. I'm pretty sure I know which military I would want to join. And Skip for Jehoshaphat being, you know, dragging me in this universe. That's how we'd go. That's how we'd choose. But I am interested in what chat thinks, which military chat thinks that I would think about joining, that I'm most likely to join. If the Lamentans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. And there Alice goes again. Like, what are you doing here? What are the two of you doing? What is the point of this? Link Pearl. Skipford, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? Mosher says there is a bold story decision that happened, and it would have one of two consequences. Either it is impossible for Link to have a happy ending, or a massive character decision that is said to be irreversible gets reversed, which I think diminishes that part of the story. Where it says, I don't care which way the path takes, I'm not interested in either of those outcomes. Treya says they are just there to disturb the shit. A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here in the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Okay. So, chat. Sorry, hold on. I have to follow this person for reasons. No, don't turn that way. Oh, damn it! Alright. Was it? I think it was Western Thanalan. Yeah, it's Western Thanalan. So, chat, which ones do you think which one or ones what do you think I'm leaning towards here? What do you think I'm leaning towards? Wait, hold on, oh, those are like leave quests and battle warden quests. I don't want those quests. I see you delivering Moogle. Caldenon says capitalists, pirates, or racists? Probably the pirates. Racists? I hadn't picked up that the Gridanians were racists. Caldenon. Treya says I wasn't really paying that much attention to their speeches and stuff. Izzy's leaning towards my face. Well, I mean, vaguely east and south of you. Roger says they're like NASCAR for some reason. Oh no. Kev says, which one has the cutest outfits? They all have they all have outfits. Conan says also, do you not have Vesper Bay tickets? I don't know what Vesper Bay is. I don't know what that is, Caldenon. Vesper Bay is where you're going. I'm going to... There's no crystal where this is. Michael Bay's niece. That's funny. But there's no crystal here. What do you mean tickets? So there will be explosions? Maybe? The Vesper Bay tickets port you right to the gate. How? Without a crystal? How does a ticket teleport you somewhere? Footfalls. Why is it? No ticket. That's right, Mosier. Without a crystal, yes. Well, how would one appropriate some of these tickets? What if the ticket was laced with LSD? Well, then it would remind me of college. Also, Caldanon, that's not Limsa Laminsa, is it? What in the hell is that? It's an envelope with a red seal in your inventory if you haven't tossed them. What? How do I get to that? Because you fly. That's not the golden saucer, though, is it? No. Okay. Oh, do you mean like a flying mount? I have to use a flying mount to get there? The gold saucer is in Thanalan. We are also in Thanalan. This is Thanalan. The Waking Sands are in Thanalan. This is Thanalan. That is western. Yes, it is. Which is still Thanalan. Also, there's a ring here that looks like a Stargate. I gotta go see if I know I tried to get over there before. Because, like, I guess from here. No, thank you, Caldanon. I want to try to get over there by myself. How much time we got left? About 15 minutes. Should do it. This was a cave I went through, I think. Yeah, you go through the cave. Check your inventory for tickets. Alright, no. I for inventory. I have 40 Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets. Oh. Well, that's good to know. So once I use them up, what, also, these are literally named after the British the British word for boogers. So, they're level 21 and they're still not aggroing me. I guess 28 is, or 29? Oops, is it 29? 29 is too much. So this is... Oh, that guy will, though. That's fine. Just gonna go up here. Don't mind me. They're red. What do you mean? Your face is non-hostile. That's right, Space Pickle. My face is extraordinarily non-hostile. I think I went exploring this way once before. What? Why? Alright, buddy. Oh, I died. He's level 48. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hello. Yeah, oops indeed. Okay, so... You sneezed on it. Oh no. I didn't catch how you killed that one boss that was taking you out. Yeah. Kaldanin one-shotted it. I didn't do shit. I called in help because I was under-geared, but I was in a spot in the story where I couldn't escape to go get better gear. So I'm guessing that's what happened the last time I went over there, was I got my ass handed to me immediately. That's my guess. Alright, so Kaldanin, can you explain to me the racist part? Because I hadn't picked up on that, and that could entirely be my own playing life on easy mode issue. I want to get over there eventually, though. Was that the one that Skippy had help with? Yes. Kaldanin was the one who one-shotted the boss for me, yes. The wonderful Kaldanin, who is here in chat, and who is Squishy's called it of her heart, of their heart. The ones that were ripping on beast people, they were all ripping on beast peoples. There's not a single city, there's not a single speech that did not involve the beast tribes are bad. Not a single one. But I missed Warcraft before WoW. What does that mean? Space Pickle. Oh, so like in the Warcraft before, how Warcraft was before WoW came out. Treya says go join the Beast Tribe's army. I'm thinking about it. If I had that option, I probably would. But I don't have that option. I can't do Ultra Skippy Chaos. It's like in WoW. What really cheesed me off about WoW is even after Mists of Pandaria, which had an unaffiliated group, the Pandas, you had to pick either Alliance or Horde. You had to. There was no getting around it. You absolutely had to pick Alliance or Horde, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to fight for either of them. Kaldan says the Wildwood Elezen are racist towards the Dusk White Elezen, and some of the Conjurers Guild use the will of the elementals as excuses not to help people. Okay. I'm not sure my character has been exposed to that yet. I don't know what a Dusk White Elezen is. I know that every race has like 2 groups in this game. Like with the dragon people, the Aura, there's a paler skin one, and then there's the darker skin one, the one that I took, because purple. So has my character in this story, because I was actually leaning towards Gridania, but if he hasn't been exposed to that yet, you know, like I know it out of character now, you know what I mean? And yeah, my LARPer experience and my tabletop RPG experience is showing. This is the most prominent of Eorzea's Elezen are the forest-dwelling Wildwood clan and the reclusive cavern-dwelling Duskwhite clan. Once the clans were one, but split in the year 1077 of the 6th Astral Era, following the founding of Gridania. Because the Wildwood chose to live in the city and most Duskwhite chose to eschew contact with outsiders, each clan tends to consider the other traitors to their race. Tensions between the two clans persist to this very day. Great. Now, Caldenon, is that in the story? Like, because I took that big old break, I can't actually remember what I was exposed to or not. So, I'm not sure that my character would go for it. Also, I'm absolutely not doing Ul'dah. I've been irritated with their capitalist bullshit from the start. Caldenon says, you might have seen some of it in passing. Okay. I wasn't gonna go for the pirates because, my character, because I don't want to deal with boats and shit. Like, the whole of Limsa Lominsa just doesn't look that fun to me. But if the other ones are racists, that's definitely something I should avoid. Good night, Treos. Have good mosh pitting. We are coming up on time. Actually, it's past time, but I did start late. I started a little bit late. But actually, you know what? You know what, this cliffhanger? I think this cliffhanger, which military will Skipford choose? It's probably not going to be a cliffhanger, but I would like some non-spoiler info about it. Yes, please, Caldenon. Also, thank you for appreciating, or thank you for understanding my desire to fully do story, play the RPG as a role-playing game. Rather than a game that has bits of role-playing in it. The city military stuff is only tangentially relevant to main story quest. It is mostly to unlock your chocobo and its abilities. So the only decision really here, I'm not going to make an impact on how far the Garleans have involved or the relationships with the beast tribes in each area on this military quest line, on the city military quest line. I'm not gonna, like, it's just basically picking the setting and the flavor of the missions. Is that correct? More or less. Okay. That's what Ace has been saying about everything lately. Anywho, alright. So then we'll probably go pirate. Let's go do that, and then we'll end stream after we go pirate. Yar. It's driving me nuts. Hello, Tataru. Some people let flames swell their heads, but I believe that yours will remain in proportion and firmly attached to your body. Maelstrom has the nicest high-level coat. Man! Do you still have to wear pants as hats? Yeah, enter the Waking Sands. No. Okay, good. You absolutely do not have to wear anything of theirs. Okay. It's just glam at this point. Also, if I were writing this story, if I were writing this, after I make this decision, Alphino and Alizé would walk in the door here in the Waking Sands, and we'll be like, what? Like, that's, if I were writing this, that's what would happen at this point, because they were on the cart when we came into Ul'dah. They've shown up, I think, a couple of other times, and now is the first time when we've actually spoken to them, and they've been at every single one. Caldan says the decision is also not binding, and you can switch at any time. Yeah, they did say that, but also that's not really how I roll. That's not really how I roll. I wouldn't mind completing all three, helping all of them help with quests and leveling up more, and, you know, helping them get their shit sorted out. Oh, and you're standing with the militia you pick will also unlock access to housing awards. Okay. Welcome back, Skipford, where the Grand Company leader's words is illuminating as you had hoped. No, you hoped that. I didn't hope that. You hoped that. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Skipford. My ex-wives disagree. Space Pickle says housing is the absolute worst. Well, luckily, I'm not interested in housing. If I want to build bases, build housing, I'll go to No Man's Sky or Minecraft. Caldan says you are not limited to that city's housing ward. If you want a house, you only need to do the unlock quest for each one. Got it. Like, I want, so far, I want, listen, all we have to do is rebuild that fishing town and channel the refugees of Ul'dah there. It solves a ton of problems. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Complete. Oh, you also have access to apartments in each housing ward, and those are not time limited like housing. Unbelievable.
Gods only know what Grand Company our adventurer friend will keep.
I called it. They didn't walk in, but they're here.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
100%.
As though the Calamity and 7th Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Alizé, you're on the nose.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them.
Alphino is bitter. He's not like this later in the game.
Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the 7th Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Their coats are so interesting. Like, this looks like it snaps together with this. When you buckle these, interesting.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
This dude, this is like my constant attitude. This is when I listen to my kids talk.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
Doesn't he sound like a villain, Keldanon? Like, right here he sounds like a villain. Why did you clip that, Mosier?
The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
All right, we're gonna do Storm Officer. How was the Admiral's speech? Ah, but you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yes. That's the spirit, lad. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now that the choice is made, it is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Limsa Lominsa and seek out our Grand Company's headquarters. There we go. Maelstrom Command is located on the upper decks. I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. Those other guys were like, fuck you, asshole. Alright. Alright, so we'll stop there. Your state of mind at the end of stream is silly. Listen. Yes. This pain isn't helping. It's not helping. Didn't even have you do squats, for which I am thankful. Hopefully Tuesday's stream will be more squat friendly. Thank you for coming, Squishy. You've all been watching on twitch.tv/skipfordj, where I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, and one day on the weekend, and sometimes with migraines, like today. Thank you for coming, Keldanon. You're always welcome. I hope it eases soon too. It will once I get to sleep, it will. If it follows normal patterns, I will wake up with only a mild migraine hangover in the morning. 1 week later, those videos go live on YouTube at youtube.com/skipfordj, where they're grouped by game into playlist and ordered chronologically so you can watch a playthrough from beginning to end, assuming number 1, I finished the game, and number 2, the game can be finished. If you'd like to support me, and you're watching this on stream, go ahead and hit !support in chat. If you are not, if you're watching the VOD later, go ahead and head over to davidmcrampton.com, and that should have by now the support links on it. If it does not, my bad, I'll get them up. I think it does. I gotta either that or I need to publish the draft I was working on. I'm very glad that we have not had, knock on wood, not had any hiccups with the new network, with the new fiber connection. Thanks, Squishy, for using that !support in chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, that made me dizzy. Okay, everyone, have a fantastic night. And remember, even when cutscenes, you're awesome. And you've got this.